Shit talk a blit. I was talking about the code that said I don't remember the name. You know, and I say that a lot. That I don't remember the name. However, I go back over here. This is lostfriends.org. And there you have Tim. He's a carpenter. Timmy. Tim with 2 eyes. Then Bettina Filler. I guess they filler shit. That's what they want to say. And then there's Frank, who I'm going to say is Frankie, because they need to connect however they connect. Maybe one of them name is Frank. I don't fucking know. But I'm just going to say it's Frankie because I want to. Then you have a Margaret Boostier and Margaret again. My friend Tata, that's her name. Margaret Rogers. And in these same codes, when I picked up these same codes, you know, it's a lot of them, when I print screened them, there was a name in there, Rogers. Then further along, there was a Margaret, and I said, you know, that was my friend Tata. She's like the bestest friend in the world. You know, Frankie is my best friend, you know. But Tata, that's what we called her, she was my bestest friend in the world. Because she's not my blood, but yet no one could tell she was not my blood. Although we didn't look alike, it's just how I didn't even know her. She helped me out so much. And, you know, we just helped each other out. There's Danny Thurston. Which means something will happen on a Thursday, but yet shit happened on a Friday. And I'll tell you about that. Anyway, next to Thurston, there's Tiane, but I can get Tina out of it. Tilia, which I'll say is Delia. Now we have another Tim. So we have Tim 4 times here. So Tim, and he is a carpenter. That means the foundation will be built with a Tim. And now I am Bettina Filler. I'm going to look that out. Frank Margaret Brewster. I swear this goddamn it. Wow, shit talk of black. I don't know what part I was at, but they didn't pay attention. If that red light was blinking or nothing, I was talking my ass off. Boy, my chatterbox. Some people used to call me a chatterbox when I was younger. They called me a chatterbox. I am. I mean, on my phone, I am a chatterbox. Either I'm doing a video, or I am talking on my phone. Which I very seldom talk on my phone, you know, because I don't know anyone to call. Very seldom does someone call me. So I was talking without any, and I do not know why I stopped. But I was talking about my son Samson. You know, he called me on my birthday, and it was a couple of days after my birthday. And he asked me how I was doing. I had not heard from my son since he was 21. This was like 2014 when he called. I had not heard from him since he was 21. And so he began to asked me how I was doing. Then he began to, and he said, Ema, I wanted to call you for your birthday, but, you know, they were fucking around with my internet. He doesn't know he's a target. So, okay, I talked to him, and, you know, let him know he was a target, but I didn't have much time to actually explain it to him. And since he called me, I didn't want to be the one doing all the talking, although I know I needed to be. So, I passed the phone to my son, my baby son, and they talked for a while. Then they would get in touch on Facebook here and there. Next thing I know, they picked Samson up and he's in jail. How do I know he's in jail? When he gets out, he contacts me again, talks to his brother, and I know they are putting him in jail. It is a punishment. But I did not tell him that. So, I talked to him for a while. He talks to his brother. Him and his brother are talk again on Facebook. And again, Samson goes to jail. See, now I really know. I really know now. So when he gets out, he doesn't call me or whatever, but he contacts his brother on Facebook, and I tell him, my son, my baby son, to let Samson know that I really was grateful that he contacted me, but I did not. I don't want him going to jail. Every time he contacts me, he has to go to jail. You can only spend so much time in jail. So many days or whatever. And then those days are all used up, and then you go to prison. Even if you go to prison just for one day. So I didn't want him going to prison, and I didn't want him going to jail just because he talked to me. So now him and his brother, they talk back and forth. And for a while, Micaiah has not heard from Samson. So he goes to Samson's page, maybe 2 or 3 days ago. And he leaves Samson a message, and the next morning he goes to see if Samson messaged him back, and Facebook had taken down my son's page. Took his page down. They're like, motherfucker, you're not going to contact him. We have him, but I'm going to tell Florida, if you do not let both of my sons go, both of them, you have them in their mind, they want to stay there. Who the fuck wants to live the way they're living? My sons don't want to stay there. You're controlling them, but Florida, you best to let them fucking go. You best to let them go. Or I will get in touch with Hart and have Hart wipe you the fuck out. Since you want to say, that Hart is the one that's wiping your bitch ass out. Then I guess that's who I was contacting all the time, Hart. So I'm going to advise all of you who are in Florida to get the fuck out, because they don't know when. I'm not going to tell you when. I'm not going to tell you the day nor the time. I'm not even going to tell my sons. I can't, because I cannot contact them. If I cannot contact my sons to let them know, I'm not going to contact you. But you best to start getting the fuck up out of Florida, because I'm going to fuck it up. I'm going to find a way to fuck the bitch up. So that's my son. Now we're going to go to Tim. Here's a Tim. 4 Tims. He's a carpenter. Now Tim comes twice. Timmy. Like Timmy. Tim's the dad, and now you have Timmy. He's a carpenter. Like Tim the 2-man tailor. Yeah, we had a tailor in our world too. The bitch turned out to be a big time perp. Even the police work for that bitch. But in the word carpenter, we have car. I'm going to say car synergy. And that's why they made the thing of the car, the movie, and maybe that's why they called it car, because they were fucking with our car synergies. When their brother made their car, they knew how we could think. That's why the brother was found on the road dead, and now this same car, the papers belong to Ford. Ford equals found on the road dead. They're the ones that killed the brother that made the car. Here we have a pen. I'm going to go into TER too, but I'm going to do that one live. Here we have a pen. Lets me know the nigga is pink, because he's always coming with paper and ink. Tim, the 2-man tailor. See? So now Tim is coming twice, and he is the 2-man tailor, which means he thinks he's going to do a bigger and better job than this Mexican chick. She's social worker. Her name is Kimberly Guaya. Like McGuire, I'm telling you. All this shit, it's nothing but fucking street theater. When you go into their courts, it's nothing but street theater. That shit cannot happen on this fucking land. Common law is in this land. The bitches want to rule, help them get on the water. I guess it's called Emerald Law or some shit. Rule your ass on the water. You cannot hold courts on this land, but yet you do, because no one is going to stop you. But this bitch Tim, he's going to get hit by a Mack truck too. Something's going to fuck his ass up. And Tim may get hit by a Mack truck before Zay, because Tim is closer. I've seen his face. I know what he looks like. Now I'm going to tell you, since you have Sim's son, so you're going to simulate someone's son. Now, Tim, this happened when they took my grandbaby away. We had to go to a meeting for my grandbaby, right? And so there was a guy there, his name is Tim Peck. You know, like Gregory Peck. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers, they are actors. That's why they take on actors' name. Her name is Guire, not Maguire, but Guire. You know, because Maguire would say to show her the money, but she did get paid. So now it's time for this Kimberly bitch to move the fuck out, and she's a Mexican. So it's time for her pink ass to move the fuck out, and for this pink bastard to move in and take over the case. Is now the social worker. His name is Tim Peck. That's what he had on his card, Tim Peck. You know, now he's going to peck inside my grandbaby's head, and I'm going to tell you how the bitch did it. lostfriends.org, which means it's an organization. Okay, they had taken my grandbaby, right? And my grandbaby, you know, they were still taking him to the same school, to the same teacher. This is the teacher who is a snitch, but she is not going to get stitches, so she thinks. No, and no one's going to touch her. She drives a car, so anybody can get stitches driving a car. So, because she's a snitch. If snitches are to get stitches. I have stitches. I will snitch on your ass. I have stitches, but none came from snitching on anyone. You know, not one stitch came from snitching on anyone, because I really have not had to snitch on anyone but these bitches. So Tim, he simulates Yakel. You know, Yakel, he goes to school, and in this meeting they tell us now Tim Peck, he's sitting at the head of the table when you walk in the door. So, and you know, it kind of reminded me of that movie, damn, I forget what the fuck the name of the movie is. Oh, well, I'm going to put the name of the movie on here. It reminded me of that movie when we went in, you know, the movie is, you have to bring in like a knucklehead, but that's not the word. I'll put the name of the movie on here, but that's what it reminded me of when I went in and sat down. You know, you have to bring them for dinner. So they ate on us too. Well, I know they had a bitter taste when they wanted to eat on me. So they probably just taste me and can't taste that bitter taste and spit me the fuck out. And I'm also have a lot of hot sauce with that bitter taste. So they simulated Yakel at school. This is what they tell us in the meeting. Okay? Yakel, he went to school. This is after they take him. Yakel, he goes to school, and he just starts fighting everyone. He even fights the teacher and tears the teacher's shirt. He's trying to tear her fucking clothes off her. You snitching ass bitch. So, this Tim Peck, he stands up to tell us that when Yakel, you know, he went off like that, they called Tim Peck for Tim Peck to come and get him. It was the words he used. I think I have it in another video. I should have wrote those goddamn words down. I didn't know I would need them again. He said, oh, they called him and told him, you can come and get Yakel now. That was his words. You can come and get Yakel now because they call Tim Peck. Because Tim Peck is the one who simulated my grandson to do what he did. So now Tim Peck, he's going to come in today or Monday. He's going to come in. He's going to take over my grandbaby's case. Now he will be the social worker. In the word social, you have a CIA. He's a CIA worker. So now he will come in to take over. Although this says Timmy, has 2 eyes. When we talking to 9 entities last night, I found out the eyes will turn into a 1. So it will be Tim T1M. I'll get to that later too. So now I want to go up a little. And that's why I said what Martha was. Her name's not Margaret. Her name is Martha. This is why I said Martha is, but I did not know her last name. But her last name, I passed by it in another one of these. Rogers. Like Roger that? Yeah, it was there. So now I'm going to go up here where it starts. It says Deirdre, whatever the fuck that is. It says short list, lost friends. Dilbert, Nigel, and this is a pink. Well, I don't know if they know, but in the movies, Nigel, he is pink, and he's supposedly one that has Inky's back, and he is one that stole the gold and brought it down here and hid it out every fucking wow. That's like I said, that's in a movie. Then we have DeLeon. I'm going to research every fucking name here. Now we have Edward and Richardson. Okay, so they don't have Timothy in here, but they have Tim and they have Thomas. These are the twins. Tim and Thomas is Romulus and Romus. This is targeted of military. When you write Tom, the H is there because they can come in your home and fuck you up as much as they fucking want to. Then Tim is targeted individual of the military. But here they do not have Timothy Edward Richardson because the one who did this program, they have to let, I guess, whoever know they did it. So you have Timothy Edward Richardson, because that's Zay's name. The Timothy that's with us is Timothy Ed Richardson Jr. He's Timothy Edward Richardson Jr. And there's a junior there. So Tim, he must be a junior too. And then there's Delia's name, Delia Denise. Wow. So I'm going to take this back to being my grandbaby because I had to use Tim as a code word for him. So his name would be Prophet Noble Drew. I think Timothy, Prophet Noble Drew, his slave name is Drew also. And here's your Drew, D-R-A-W. Then they put the E-D here for education. This is why my grandbaby will fuck up in school. But this nigga wrote the program. He wrote the program, but Zay, he put the program in. Now I want to see what the fuck a filler is. See, and they're betting again. You better bet that I know what the fuck you're doing. I know you're betting on my daughter that you can keep her asleep, Delia. You can keep her asleep, but you could not keep me asleep. As I said, you lost the bet, so now you want to make up something else to save your ass. But Timothy Edward Richardson Jr., Zay, you better watch her. She's not going to sacrifice her own self. She's going to sacrifice you, and you better go and find out what the DIA actually means. Let's go to filler. I'm 19 minutes in, them they're 20, so I'm going to say shit talker like he wrote.